Act 2, Scene 4 is just me in the phone box. Hello, can you hear me? I am calling Zagreb station. Can you hear me, Zagreb? This is Constantin Buk of the Orient Express. Radio. We are hearing you, Monsieur Bok. You are loud and clear. We remain in the snowdrift in the Polinsky Pass. Where are you? We have been delayed, monsieur, but should reach you presently. Our conditions. We are losing heat and light. Provisions are low. The passengers are angry. And we have a dead man rotting in compartment 2. How are things with you? End of scene. Act 2, Scene 5, I enter stage right. I'm standing there for a while. Arbuthnot and Poirot get into it. Arbuthnot. Shut up, you little carping ninny. What do you know about tragedy? What do you know about honor, loyalty, and your bleep justice? Me. Stop! Mrs. Hubbard. Colonel. Skip down. Poirot starts giving some facts about Cassetti and boarding the train. Then last night, using a passkey to enter Cassetti's compartment, he stabbed him 8 times and left through the door to Mrs. Hubbard's compartment. Mrs. Hubbard. That's what I've been telling you, McQueen. Here. Me. Well done, my friend. You have solved the case. Princess. Oh, I will not get too excited. He has not finished, have you, monsieur? Oh, no, that's Russian princess. Skip down. We enter into the flashback part. Poirot is saying how how it is weird that we were sold out. The first clue leading to the solution appeared an hour of my arrival at Istanbul when I learned that there was not a single ticket left on the first-class coach of the Orient Express. Me. It is never sold out this time of year. That is ridiculous. And it was ridiculous. Why is this train so suddenly full? Skip down. We're still flashing back. Now this is me recreating Mrs. Hubbard freaking out, and I go to her back early in the play. Mrs. Hubbard. Help! Someone come quickly! Help me! Mrs. Hubbard, what is it? What is it? Mrs. Hubbard. There was a man in my room. He ran off, I'm sure of it. Which way did he go? Mrs. Hubbard. That way, just a second. But, madame, that is where I am coming from, and I saw no one. How is this possible? How should I know? And then came the murder itself. A businessman dies in a locked room in a torrent of almost unspeakable violence. Greta. Dear God, it is awful. McQueen. Do you see his chest? Princess. It is horrible. Me. I cannot believe it. Poirot. And then it was time to inspect the body, and the Countess and I found no one. Not 1, not 2, but 8 stab wounds to the chest. Countess. Perhaps the man changed hands. Perhaps the man changed hands during the stabbing. Or there were 2 assailants. Countess. 1 strong, 1 weak. Poirot. After that, I was offered a feast of clues. The open window, the wine, the gun, until one clue of real importance was at last discovered. A broken watch. Countess. It is stopped at 1:15. Aha, at last. It is the time of death. But for me, the importance of the watch was not the time it told, but the place it was found. I move stage left, extreme left. Flashback again. Poirot. This was no ordinary scream, no gunshot, my friends. It was a fabrication of Mary Debenham. So fantastic and elaborate that for a moment even I was confused. Mary's voice. Ah! Arbuthnot. Oh my, it's her. Me. What happened? Arbuthnot. Mary. Skip down. Poirot is revealing more stuff. It is not hard to see she is an actress by profession, little grandmother, little Daisy Armstrong, the great Linda Arden, who has dazzled so many audiences during her distinguished career. Mrs. Hubbard. Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Mrs. Hubbard, I salute you, and I assume that you masterminded the scheme from the beginning. Me. Is this true? Mrs. Hubbard. I always wanted to be a director. Skip down. I enter stage right. This is when everybody's kind of lined up. Poirot, you put me to the test, madame, and I am greatly troubled. Talking to Mrs. Hubbard. Poirot turns to me. Monsieur Book, my friend, you are the director of Wagon Lee. What do you say? In my opinion, the fair solution you put forward is entirely correct. We had a deadly intruder disguised as a conductor, and I believe that is the solution you should offer the police. Poirot, alors, my friends, may you go with God, and I hope that He gives you the strength you need to get on with your lives. Everybody hugs each other. It's a miracle. I thought it was over. Passengers are thrown to the right. Passengers are thrown forward. The train starts up again. They run to the windows and see the men outside. The crews have arrived. Countess, they're here at last. McQueen, well, praise the Lord. Mary, the train is moving. Me, merci bien, mon Dieu. Mary, hello there. Thank you so much. Mary, Poirot. Mrs. Hubbard, Poirot? Countess, he's gone. McQueen, gone where? Me, Monsieur Poirot? And then, that's the end of the play.